This podcast is an RPPFM production.
The following episode contains some coarse language and descriptions of graphic violence. Listener discretion is advised.
And we're
welcome back to
I
Think
My
Fridge
is
Haunted.
Woo! A very creepy podcast.
It's for very creepy people.
I'm Gemma,
And I'm Esther.
and this is episode 12, I think. 12? Yeah, 12.
Ooh, 12 of 13. This is the new year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. It's the 20s.
How great was New Year's Eve? Yeah, it was. How was yours, Gemma?
It hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened for us yet. We're coming from the past, but speaking in the future, so it's very confusing.
Yeah, so Happy New Year to you.
Hasn't even been Christmas yet from where we're at right now, but
We're so organised.
we're coming to you from the past.
Yep. What housekeeping do we have today?
Okay, I got a big one. Last week we did Jean-Benet Ramsey.
Yep.
And so it was about the charges that were laid against Patsy and John Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bit of confusion because if you actually research into that case, it is so friggin' confusing. Like
There's a lot to it.
the court process is horrendous.
Mm.
I really struggle with understanding court cases and like I have so much trouble with that.
Yeah.
So Chris, our lovely producer, spelt it out to me, and I'm gonna read it to you guys so it's more clear. But the grand jury indicted of child abuse resulting in death to the Ramsey parents. Right. The second charge was placing her in a dangerous situation that led to her death. And that charge also related to the parents helping / contributing to the murder. And that kind of explains how a lot of their evidence was mixed in with the crime scene. It covers for them covering up for a family member who potentially murdered Jean-Benet. So, for example, if Burke did it, they covered it up. And so that's them kind of working in with the quote-unquote murderer.
Yeah.
And but this is where it got confusing. The prosecutor refused to sign the document that would lead to the charges being put in place against the Ramseys.
Corrupt.
Yeah, so it's really, really confusing to try to navigate. It's the most bizarre circumstances. It's
Completely
really hard
bizarre.
to
And I think we will probably never get to the bottom of it.
No.
Which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, well, the evidence is completely botched and they, it's very warped and very tricky.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you have any housekeeping?
Yeah, I do. I just wanted to do a shout out to some new friends of ours. I listen to a lot of podcasts and I listen to a lot of new podcasts as well. And I started listening to this new podcast called Oh for Art's Sake.
I love it.
And they're a guy and a girl from Shreveport, Louisiana in the US. And they talk about art, like art history, which I'm totally into, but it's funny.
Yay!
And they did this really, really good episode about, not Cleopatra, Maria Antoinette's hairstylist.
Oh, God.
And like, he was like this guy that like his whole life was this whole drama, and he wrote his memoirs. And
beautiful.
He slept around and
he
did
it.
amazing, like 3 foot tall hair.
Oh my God,
and
they should make a movie about this man.
yeah, it's an interesting episode. So it's called Oh for Art's Sake.
Okay.
And that was actually episode 3. So, and I just loved it because I do hair. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it was really good.
You would love it.
Shout out to those guys. Cheers,
Shout out,
guys.
shout out, shout out.
Looking forward to your future episodes.
That's exciting. Yay.
Yeah. Do you have a fact from the freezer?
Fact from the freezer. Yep. Star Wars. Okay, I hate Star Wars.
What?
I hate it. Jackson was forcing me to watch it last night and my skin was curling.
Do you know what? It's weird. My friend Renee is like that. She's like, I hate Star Wars. I will never watch Star Wars. She's the one that used to do the graphics for the porno covers.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
I love
will
her.
Will not watch Star Wars.
I can't do it.
Just will not. So you guys are going to get along great.
Yeah,
if you ever
but
meet.
surely she had to edit a porno called Star Wars or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot of porns themed as Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't deal with it. I cannot deal with Star Wars.
So you're not down
That's
with
the fact.
So you don't partake in the baby Yoda memes?
No, I don't.
Not your
And I'm
thing.
stating that strongly because everyone is sending it to me going, Esther, look how cute this baby Yoda is.
All right, well, Esther, you know, you have to be prepared that if you ever do watch, say, Return of the Jedi,
well, I won't.
And you say, oh my God, Gemma, I've watched this amazing thing. It's changed my life. I say, no. Johnny come lately.
I
Get
can
out.
tell you right now, I have seen I have seen all of them.
Really? And
because
you still don't
I've
like
been
it?
forced to, and I hate them. So I can say that nah.
God, I remember watching it for the first time when I was a kid. Changed my life.
Nah. For me, that was Quentin Tarantino movies. Dad made me watch Kill Bill at like 6, and it changed my life. Life changed. Anyway, my fact.
Okay, tell us your facts.
Star Wars came out the same year as the last guillotine execution in France, 1977 brackets.
Really?
Yeah. So the very first Star Wars movie was in cinemas in America at the same time that France was still executing people.
Isn't that weird? Because we were just talking about like
crazy.
Marie Antoinette, and she was
look at
executed.
this. And
by
my middle
guillotine.
name is Paris.
Oh my God!
Is this a sign that we're flying to France?
Maybe that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your fact?
Okay. Cool. I have a space fact.
Ooh, Star Wars. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, you had a kind of a space fact.
Clink.
Research by Yale University scientists suggests that a rocky planet called 55 Cancri E, which has a radius twice of Earth's and a mass 8 times greater, may have a surface made up of granite and diamonds.
Get out.
It is 40 light years from Earth and emits a light blue glow. The amount of diamonds on this planet would be worth about $26.9 non-million.
What? Non-million? I've never heard of non-million before.
It's 30 zeros.
Oh, mate. Let's go to this planet.
Yeah, I want a space diamond.
Can you imagine just a planet covered in diamonds? But it wouldn't be like we're picturing like diamonds
cut diamonds.
Yeah, these will be rough, raw, natural diamonds.
Yeah,
but it would still be. Imagine a whole clump of diamond.
Cut your shoes to shreds. Like even if you were wearing like really good hiking boots, wouldn't it be really sharp?
I would love to say that the way I died was being cut to shreds by diamonds.
I don't know. That sounds really painful and messy.
Yeah, but it's also space, so the blood would float up. It would look really it would be very like theatrical. It'd be
I suppose.
Like It Chapter 1 and 2
God,
on DVD now. Oh my God.
So today we've actually got 2 stories.
Yeah.
From right here in Australia.
Yeehaw.
If you people haven't guessed,
we're Australians.
We're Australian. We come from Australia.
We apologise.
And we come from the state of Victoria, which is down in the southeast.
Good for you.
A lot of people don't know.
I don't know my directions. I don't know north, south, east, west.
Never eat soggy wheat bix.
Is it counterclockwise or the other? Or
yeah, so you go clockwise. You go never eat soggy wheat bix. Wheat bix.
Wheat bix.
Yeah, the breakfast
like
cereal.
The breakfast. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2, 3, shape. Oh, so it's up to you.
Okay, I'll go first.
All
right. Awesome. That sounds good. Okay, so today my sources were abc.net.au, theozfiles.com, dailygrail.com, and also the YouTube channel Finding UFO.
Yes, that's a clue, guys.
So today I am doing the abduction of Kelly Cahill. And by abduction, I mean alien abduction. Because we haven't done an alien yet.
No, we haven't.
Which is crazy because
it's crazy.
If we've done 12 episodes, that means we've done like 24 stories, right?
Yeah.
22 stories so far.
I can't do maths.
No aliens yet.
Well, you had a touch of alien.
We had some aliens like in Dyatlov Pass where
Yes.
we're like, well, it could be aliens.
And I think that was it.
The orange lights in the sky. Yeah. All right, well, listen to this one because not only is this Australian, but this is local.
Get out.
Dude, local.
I'm getting ready. I'm taking the hearing aid out. I'm stretching my ears. All right. Oh, yes.
Well, it's sort of local anyway. It's pretty local.
How exciting. Okay, go.
Okay, in August of 1993, Kelly Cahill was a 27-year-old woman with a husband and 3 cubs. Bebes. And Kelly is not her actual real name.
Oh, is it protected?
Yeah, I think after all of this happened, she kind of gave herself a pseudonym.
Kelly Cahill.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
Huh? Do you not like that name?
Oh, it's very like...
It's normal. It's very
it's
normal.
1K off being KKK.
Oh, no. It's Kelly with a K and Cahill with a C.
Oh, okay, good. You're doing well. All right.
Okay, so one night she describes driving to a friend's house up in Mombolk.
I don't know where that is.
Belgrave.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
For people that don't live around here, in the eastern part of Melbourne, way out in the suburbs, there's an amazing range of mountains.
Yeah.
And it's like foresty. And there's some really beautiful properties up there, but also there's a lot of hippies. And
yes.
It's a,
We're talking like near Hillsville, right? Like the Yarra Valley type area?
Not quite Yarra Valley,
like
more kind
Dandenongs?
of like Dandenongs.
Yeah, stunning.
Yeah,
lots
beautiful.
of hippies. I have
Lots of hippies.
family up there that are like Jewish hippies.
Oh, that butterfly dude?
No, he lives somewhere else.
What's his name again?
Butterfly the Brave.
Butterfly the Brave. Yeah,
no, I don't know where he's at now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bet at one point he probably was
Oh
up
yeah,
there.
he lived in a nature reserve. So it was probably in Dandenong. I don't know.
Anyway, so they're driving to a friend's house in Mombolk with her husband around dusk. They're driving on Belgrave Hallam Road in the foothills of Melbourne's Dandenong Ranges.
There we go.
And it is a creepy area.
It is. I mean, when you go up there, it's... the time I've been up there, which was twice, it was lots of mountains, beautiful rainforest, like type scenery.
But when the sun goes down, it's a different story. Now, I used to be in a band years ago, and one of our other band members lived up in Emerald, and I used to drive her home after band practice. And I used to come home down this road in the night time.
Wow, oh my God. Okay, cool. That's cool.
And I used to grip onto the steering wheel. I used to
serious?
lock my doors. That is literally, if I didn't want to break down somewhere, it would be there.
Did you just get a bad vibe?
It is quiet. It is dark. There's trees.
No lights?
Oh, no, it's creepy as. And I don't know, it might be different now, but we're talking about, this is in like 2001.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of houses around.
Far out.
Specifically back then. It's just a creepy,
windy
desolate,
roads?
It's just like fields and trees, basically.
Okay.
Not particularly windy roads. It's
Yeah.
just like I used to call it Serial Killer Road.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
God, this is going to relate so hard
And
onto
also
my story.
in 2001, it's the type of place like you would not have cell phone coverage.
Reception.
You'd
not
have
at
no
all.
reception.
Love
Okay.
it.
So they're driving, it's around dusk. Kelly looks towards a field and sees a row of round orange lights. The lights looked as though they made up a round flying saucer type of aircraft. Kelly says that as she was looking at the orange lights, she could see the shapes of figures standing inside the craft,
Okay.
as if they were windows. She says to her husband, "Look, there's people in there." And the craft suddenly zooms off to the left of their car. Down the road, she sees what she describes as a wall of light.
Far out.
And she's thinking they've just had a close encounter.
So
And-
she straight away thought of aliens.
Yeah,
Because
she
a
did.
lot of people are in like complete denial. That's interesting.
Yeah, she is kind of thinking to herself, we've just had some kind of encounter of
Awesome.
that sort of thing. So then the light disappears and she realizes they've driven about 1 kilometer down the road and she doesn't recall any of that time.
Wow, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Later that night at home, Kelly was getting changed and she noticed a geometric triangle mark under her navel, which had not been there before. It looked like a burn and the skin had been removed. It healed and went away after about 5 months.
What?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a upside down triangle.
Yeah. Are there photos of this?
Yeah, there are.
Oh my God, amazing.
She felt ill for the next couple of weeks with stomach pains and prolonged menstrual bleeding.
Oh my God.
There was also an infection in her womb, which required several days in hospital on an antibiotic drip. In later months, she suffered from daily migraines and light sensitivity. So what happened in the field? It is weeks after seeing the lights in the field that she starts to remember things that happened that night. She and her husband decided to pull the car over after seeing the lights, and Kelly noticed that there was actually another car that had also pulled over down the road in the distance.
Nuts.
Kelly and her husband both get out of the car and they walk towards the field. They see a huge spacecraft hovering in the field, and she says that they stood there watching it in awe. It was about 150 feet in diameter. They both stared as a tall, dark being walks out of the craft, followed by 7 or 8 others. She describes them as being about 7 feet tall and black in colour. However...
The greys.
No. The greys are the little ones.
I thought the greys... Oh, no. The Aryans or what are those? The tall blonde ones?
Similar. And I'll tell you why it's not the same though. She says they're about 7 feet tall, black in colour. However, it looked as if all matter had been removed from their bodies. So they're dark,
They're
but
like,
only because it's like there's like a lack of colour to them. That's why
Okay.
they were dark.
that's interesting.
It's like not as if they were a tangible colour.
Okay, like you mean maybe it was a color that's not on our spectrum? and,
Potentially.
like, our light doesn't hit them
Maybe. Yeah,
correctly.
that's completely possible.
because the only other thing I could think of is like what are the shadow figures in like
Yes.
When
Like
they're
they
just-
say shadow figures are they're blacker than black.
yeah, it's just pitch solid black,
Yeah.
but it's a figure.
But also look at black holes.
Yeah,
That's like
Jesus,
literally
that's
an
scary.
absence of any kind of matter.
Yeah, that's
so it
really
looks black.
scary. Black holes are terrifying.
Yeah, totally. However, right. Their eyes were like those of a fly.
What?
And she said when she looked at them, it seemed as if they had no soul.
That's a very hippie thing to say.
I think it's hard to say whether she
As
she
in,
came
like,
from
she-
a place of fear, or
yeah,
she
or
came,
there was just no sense of empathy or humanity in these other creatures.
yes,
Yeah. Like there was no sense of feeling.
yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
She started to feel a sense of horror as she felt waves of low level frequency passing through her body. She started to scream. When she did, the eyes of the beings started to light up red, and they started to move towards her really fast.
What are these?
Tall aliens, big aliens,
Yeah, but aren't there categories?
Australian aliens.
Australian aliens?
So she said that they were actually charging towards her.
That is scary.
Meanwhile, sort of the aliens sort of broke up in 2 groups. Half of them walked towards her, and half of them sort of walked into the field.
Okay.
She feels a blow to her stomach, and she's lifted off her feet and thrown backwards into the grass. She forces herself to sit up, even though she feels like she's going to pass out. When she sits up, she can only see blackness, so she's actually lost her sight.
Jesus.
And while she's sitting there, she recalls hearing her husband yelling for the beings to leave them alone. But she also remembers someone answering, they meant no harm. Still sitting in the grass, she feels a hand on her shoulder and she completely freaks out. And
I wonder what it felt like.
Yeah, was it cold?
Like if it was a human's hand, if it was her husband, or if it was one of these aliens, just like
the way that she said it in the documentary, it sounded as if it was
an
something not of her family.
Nuts. Okay.
The next thing she knows, she's back in the car and they're driving home, where they arrived shortly after.
Yeah. So she blacked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is so common in abductions.
Exactly.
And it only takes like quite a long period of time for them to remember things, or hypnosis or nightmares.
And sometimes people can only remember through hypnosis. She actually remembers, her memories came back to her naturally.
See, I think that's amazing. Yeah.
Almost a year later, Kelly is put into contact with the other witnesses from the car down the road. Because they didn't actually meet.
No.
She could see the car in the distance, but she didn't actually know who was in the car. She finds out that the two women from the other car, Glenda and Jane, I'm going to presume this is not their real names, also had the mark below their navel, the same burn mark that Kelly had found on herself. But that wasn't all. Both women had also suffered gynecological problems following the encounter, which they needed to seek medical help to treat.
So they've obviously been
experimented on.
Yeah, or like impregnated, or they've taken something out, or...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe. Glenda and Jane also found small red dots on their inner thighs that made a triangle shape.
Which so
we've heard
common.
Before. Exactly. So common.
I'm surprised that they only targeted the women.
We should get matching tattoos of that.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Chris, you in?
Friendship tattoos.
Yay! Alien tattoos. Glenda had another mark. Oh, yeah. So Glenda and Jane had the little dot tattoo. Not dot tattoos. Oh, my God. Dot marks.
Yep.
But Kelly didn't actually have that. But Glenda had another mark that neither Kelly nor Jane had. It was a ligature mark around her ankle, which looked like she'd been tied to something. And I saw the picture of it, and it looks like she was tied with very thin string. So, and it looked like it rubbed against like her ankle, and it was red. It was red raw.
What?
Yeah. Glenda also recalls that she was actually strapped to a table and examined during her experience. Neither of the men were left with any marks on their bodies. Which is
interesting, because they usually target guys.
Occasionally. It really depends. I've heard equal on both sides.
I've heard mainly men.
Really?
And horrendous things done to men. Like crazy stuff.
It's just a good opportunity for us to look into all these in the future, isn't it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Exactly. Great. Neither of the men were left with any marks in their bodies. In fact, Kelly's husband did not acknowledge the incident for a couple of years. It actually made him really angry.
No.
So she had no one to talk to.
No, that's not good.
Coming from a Muslim background and Kelly from a devout Christian background, both of them had problems in understanding and accepting what had occurred that night.
Yeah.
Kelly found out that Glenda and Jane had done a couple of interviews about the incident, but soon after decided to keep the incident to themselves.
I wonder if that had anything to do with Men in Black.
I don't know.
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, surely, because it's such a common theme.
Huh. Interesting.
If they just all of a sudden shut up about it.
So Glenda and Jane, they did do some interviews, then they stopped. While Kelly went on, wrote a book, spoke at UFO events, that kind of thing. The man in the other car, whose name was Bill, decided not to go public with his story. He was a finance executive and did not want to attract any attention that may threaten his career.
Yeah, I don't really blame him.
Yeah. Kelly's case brought UFO investigation to the Australian media and also to the attention of Monash University, who took part in 18 months worth of investigation, including infrared photography of the area from the air, soil samples taken from the field, and magnetic readings.
God, this is crazy.
And apparently UFO researchers did find physical evidence at the site where the craft landed, with the craft leaving 3 burn marks in the field, and other witnesses corroborated Kelly's story.
Like with the lights and stuff, yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly.
What?
So the burn marks in the field were in fact chemical pyrene, which is a carcinogenic substance usually found in coal tar.
This is just crazy. I have so many questions.
There's a lot of questions, yeah.
Like, is this particular site kind of famous now? Like, do people drive past and has it got like a little sign or like?
No,
it's just an ordinary paddock or something that you will drive straight past.
Oh, for all I know, there's probably houses on it now.
What?
Back in the day,
This
it was
is
just
nuts.
it was just fields, it was farmland.
This is crazy.
Yeah. When I was like a teenager, there was kind of like, oh, that's where people see UFOs out there, you know, stuff like that.
I've never heard of it ever.
So Kelly spends the next 2 years too scared to go to sleep. She has described having 5 times what she calls night visitations from tall beings, this time wearing a cloak with a hood.
Yeah, I've heard of that before.
Fashion.
Looking good and feeling fine.
So interestingly, Glenda had reported that during her experience, one of the beings she saw actually also wore a cloak. While asleep, Kelly would feel a suction feeling on her chest as if energy was being drawn out of her. She would then wake up and see the being standing next to her, and she would feel really scared, and then the being would just disappear.
God damn. They're checking on the baby.
They're checking on the baby. In addition, during those first months, major appliances would turn on and off in and around their home. Kelly would get electric shocks from items that shouldn't conduct electricity. And just stuff that, you know, would just happen around the home. Like, you know, things wouldn't work and just weird stuff going on. Plus she's got these migraines and...
Oh my God, what hell?
I know.
You just completely question your insanity at that point.
Yeah, I mean, the actual encounter on that night was only the beginning of this whole journey.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kelly's story is detailed in her book Encounter, and that was published in 1997.
Right.
And that is the story of the Kelly Cahill abduction here in Victoria.
That's nuts.
Isn't it cool?
That's so crazy.
I love it.
I can't believe...
It's one of my favourites.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Ugh, love it.
Yeah, and I've been wanting to talk about that one for a while.
Thank you for that. Yeah, that's nuts.
So yeah, just another awesome lady to add to our list.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder what's happened to her now.
I don't know. There's not really a lot on the internet to do with her these days. So... You know, I'd be interested to see, like, if she was doing guest speaking or if she was
like
writing more books.
Yeah, but I want to know more about, like, her health and, like, if anything progressed. If, you know, she woke up with more marks and stuff. That's really interesting.
Yeah, or if she had any, like, radiation-related diseases, like cancers or anything.
Totally. Crazy. I love that. Thank you for that. That was sick.
My pleasure.
All right.
Should we go to a break?
Go on a break. Welcome back.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for not turning us off.
Yeah, guys, turn us on. Okay. So, it's keeping in the Aussie theme. And this one's awesome because it literally links in with the topic you just spoke about.
Really?
It's haunted roads in Australia.
Oh
and you were just speaking about how you like lock your doors when you're going through this particular stretch.
Dude.
That's awesome.
I'm so excited that you're doing this. I'm so excited.
It was really hard to research.
Really?
Really, yeah. And
I've heard of haunted roads. I didn't know there were many in Australia.
Well, there's maybe about 7.
Well, road trip.
Oh, yeah, there's some in Victoria. There's some like just outside of Melbourne, which is really weird. I'll get to this one. It's really
that's
ooky.
awesome because I have a rad driving mix. And
Yes.
it goes for like 27 hours.
Yes. Is it just the Ghostbusters theme on repeat?
No. It's rad. It's got everything you want. It's got country music. It's got metal.
I hate country music. I like metal.
Mariah's on there.
Okay, we're getting there.
Who else? Obscure.
Let's put some
90s.
Todrick Hall in there.
Okay. Yeah, I've got Rich Lux.
Okay, I want Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels.
Yeah,
that one gets me in the mood.
Okay.
ABBA, bitch.
There is a fair bit of Rue on there.
Oh, sick. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm in.
yeah.
I would love some ABBA though.
Okay.
I'm in the mood. Okay, guys. So I'm sure, as Gemma just said, that everyone who has a license can relate to driving down a spooky, ooky old road and getting like chills.
Mm-hmm.
I get it for some reason around Murdoch. I don't know why, but
I can definitely see that because it's country.
I love Murdoch. I kind of grew up in Murdoch with all my horses and stuff, but there was this one road that it's really thin.
Really?
And it's the one that comes up from Santa's place and it goes down to that Murdoch Hall.
Yes.
And it's really thin.
Where the antiques place is?
No, it's
That's
Tyab. Yeah, that's Tyab. It's the one near Santa's place.
Yeah, I know that one.
You're going past that and you're just going straight.
Yeah.
And it's really thin and I'm pretty sure it's like 80 Ks and there used to be buffalo in the paddocks. Yeah.
Whoa.
It was really I love it. I love Murdoch.
Mostly like around Murdoch at night. I don't really like driving around there at night because I'm always afraid that a kangaroo is going to just jump out.
Yeah, well that's it.
In
the
front.
roads are so small and
there is a lot of wildlife around there.
Heaps.
And people drive so fast.
So fast. It's so dangerous. And I also used to get the creeps Baxter Primary School.
Yeah.
Langwarren Primary School. Langwarren Primary School. I have friends that live in the area.
I don't know that one.
It's up near the abattoir in Langwarren.
Okay, no, I don't know.
But they've seen shadow people. And apparently it was like a heavily populated area for Aboriginals.
Really?
And they and like one of my best friends lives in Langwarren and he's like a heavy metal guy. He's quite tough.
Yeah.
And he's seen these shadow people and it freaks him out. He's like
really
sped home because they've just been like in the play equipment at the school and stuff. These shadow people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nuts.
You have to think, don't you? Because people forget that they were ancient civilizations here.
I was literally thinking about it last night.
Colonized by white people.
Exactly. Like this planet's been here for so long. How do you know that the spot we're sitting right now hasn't had like massacres?
Exactly.
You know, how many people have died in this
You
spot?
don't know.
Yeah, there's no way. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Anyway, let's go on with my tales.
Okay,
so
tell me all about it.
I got them from really random websites. I got them from Red Spot and Thrifty, which I think are insurance companies for cars.
Yeah.
For some reason, they were advertising haunted roads.
Hey, rent a truck and drive down a haunted road.
Well, yeah, a lot of these stories have to do with truck drivers seeing ghosts. So I don't know. It's weird.
But aren't truck drivers known for taking a lot of drugs?
Are they?
Well, yeah, because they're driving like literally like Melbourne to Sydney like 5 times a week. They have to take loads of speed.
And I've done that drive and it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I've just listened to podcasts and eaten lollies, but I guess that's kind of...
well, I've got my 27-hour driving mix, so I'm good.
Yeah, you've just got ABBA on repeat for 27 hours. There's been times that I've been so exhausted while driving that I've been like, Jackson, put the whole movie of Pulp Fiction on and just plug it into the aux cord so I can just recite the whole movie off by heart. So I stay awake. Yeah. Anyway, let's go on with this story. The first haunting is Mount Victoria Pass, Lithgow, New South Wales.
Lithgow.
I think Lithgow is kind of country.
Okay.
I think all these areas are kind of country.
I'm going to get on maps while you're telling me the story.
Get on
I'm
the
going to
Googs.
see where Lithgow is, and all I'm thinking in my head is John.
John Lithgow.
Yes.
What's he off again?
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
He played Winston Churchill in The Crown, and he was Fantastic. Okay, so it's northeast of Sydney.
Yes. So never eat soggy Weet-Bix.
Yeah. It's
To the right.
It's out by the Blue Mountains.
Chris is giving me the thumbs up. Oh, Blue Mountains. Okay.
Yeah, Blue Mountains.
Actually, yes, I saw a photo of this and I thought that
Blue Mountains Burlesque Festival.
Yeah, there you go. Shout out to Miss Betty Bombshell. Okay. So there's a strip of highway in Mount Victoria and it is said to be haunted by the Lady in Black, which is very...
There's always
a lady in black in every suburb.
Grey, lady in white.
Lady in red. Yep. She's been sighted since the beginning of the 19th century. She is said to be dressed in black. Yeah, it is ages. Yeah. Dressed in black. Duh. Looks very sad. And she'll also grip onto the back of your vehicle.
What?
Yeah.
Like the T-1000.
What? What's that?
From Terminator 2.
Oh, girl. Sorry. I'm
You
sorry. I don't like Star Wars and Terminator.
You got to do like wheelies to get rid of her. What? Just go around in circles trying to get her off.
No, I just remember being a little kid and driving down Oliver's Road in Frankston or Oliver's Hill, and this skateboarder grabbed onto the back of my mum's car, and I was so angry because I'm like,
Was it Marty McFly?
It was. I wish. No, I was like, this is an injustice. He should be paying for the petrol. This is, yeah.
Yeah, you cheapskate. You freeloader.
You okay, boomer.
When you've got nothing else to say.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and this has actually caused deaths.
Doing the T-1000 trick.
No, honey. The lady in black grabbing onto the car.
Yeah, T-1000 trick.
Sorry.
Holy cow.
Yeah. She's got a bit of a vendetta against people. Now, her origin story, she was the ghost of a woman called Caroline Collitz. Oh, that's a close one. Collitz. Not Collitz. She was a local of the area and was beaten to death and dumped along the same strip of road in 1842.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, right? So it's been going on for ages.
I wonder why she was beaten.
Probably because men are sexist. Well, some men. Not all men.
Yeah, not all men.
Oh, God. Okay. Next one.
Okay.
They all happen in New South Wales.
So, if we ever go up for the Blue Mountains Burlesque Festival, obviously,
yes,
we're going to have to check this out.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to bring...
We're off to
I forgot to tell you guys, Christmas, which hasn't happened for us yet. It's happened for you listening, but Gemma bought me a Ouija board. So we're going to bring it to the Mount Victoria Pass.
Huh?
Bringing my Ouija board to the road trip.
Oh, to Lithgow?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll be over here.
Yeah, and I'll be over there.
I won't be taking
the
part.
Ouija board will be in the middle.
I won't be taking part. You have fun with that.
I'll FaceTime you from the Ouija board.
Fine.
Next one. The Pillager Princess. Newell Highway, New South Wales.
Okay. Newell. How do you spell Newell?
Newell.
Okay.
New South Wales.
And she sounds like she's a pirate.
Well, Pilliga. What does that say? Pillager or Pilliga? Everyone's on their phone.
Coonabarabran.
What?
It's out by Okay, so the Newell Highway goes through Coonabarabran, the most Australian sounding town in Australia.
No, I think Wonthaggi, mate. Or Yas. Or everything sounds pretty Australian down here. Except for Mornington.
Yeah, down here we have a lot of like cool sounding places.
Murdoch.
Like Murdoch.
Muru duck. A cow, a kangaroo, and a duck.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I learnt it because I went to Murdoch Primary School.
Ah.
Okay, Chris is frantically scribbling down on the page.
What's she saying?
Pilga equals town in New South Wales.
Pilliga.
That's how I pronounce it?
In an Italian accent.
Pilliga.
So what is that where we are at the moment? Not Coonabarabran?
No, at Newell Highway, New South Wales.
What's Pilliga then?
That's just her nickname.
Oh, sorry. Okay, that's not a town. It's a person.
No, this is the ghost's name, the Pilliga Princess.
Okay.
And I think it's a town.
And it's a
They usually name their ghosts after where they're from, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's why we've got the Frankston Phantom.
I wish. Is that true?
No. Okay. Apparently a woman described as the Bag Lady or the Pilliga Princess.
Kind of juxtaposition there.
It's a massive difference.
So is she a princess or a bag lady?
I think she's a bit of both. Depends how she's feeling on the day.
Maybe it's a Prada bag.
Oh. Okay, it's going to change in a few seconds. You'll be
Okay.
like,
Okay. Cool.
She's a common apparition seen by truck drivers traveling along the Newell Highway. Apparently, she's seen pushing a shopping trolley at the dead of night.
What?
So when I was first researching this, I went, oh, what if it's an actual like homeless person?
Yeah.
That they just keep seeing, which I thought was really inappropriate. Like I was writing this to be like, guys, this woman probably is really struggling. No, she's a ghost because a truck driver ran over her in 1993.
The real her?
The real her.
And that's when she died.
1993.
Oh
and
my
ever
God, was
since...
she actually a homeless person?
I don't know. Maybe she was doing late night shopping.
Oh my God.
But like she was apparently pushing the trolley in the pitch black at night along a rural highway, which is dangerous as hell.
Yeah.
And well, by the time the truck driver saw her, it was too late.
It's like out at Browns Road, down at Rosebud, down,
Yeah.
Bonio.
Yeah.
People walk along that road because there's golf clubs and they go to weddings and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they drunk walk down the road. There's no lights.
No, it's so dangerous.
No one can see them.
So dangerous. It's the same as Boundary Road in Dramana. There are kids riding bikes along a road that's the speed is 100.
Yeah.
And it's like, where are your parents?
It's so dangerous.
But it's scary as hell. You don't know if they're like losing balance. I don't know. It's really bad.
I mean, put a flag on your
bag. Wear
high vis.
Wear a tent on your back. A big high vis tent.
Okay. So that's really sad. So she's not been long gone.
No, since 93. But
wow, that's the same year that Kelly got abducted.
Oh, no. Yeah, but truck drivers see her pushing her trolley along the highway at the dead of night. Dun dun. So now all we have to do is find a truck driver and go double dinking on his truck and look out for this homeless woman.
Who are these weird chicks?
Like, who are these pale losers? Ooh, I just put the microphone in my mouth. Yuck. Okay, next one. The next one is the Tanami Road, Northern Territory / Western Australia. This road stands as one of Australia's most isolated roads. It's super desolate, with the occasional road train, dingo, and kangaroo.
That's pretty much all of the Northern Territory,
that's the peninsula, except for the road trains. That's kind of everywhere.
No, that's Northern Territory. That's
I haven't been. But like even driving up to Broken Hill, there were so many road trains. It was so fun. Oh my God.
Really?
Best time.
I want to go to Broken Hill next year.
So let's do September.
What month is it?
September. Let's go to the Broken Hill.
Sweet.
Yeah.
September. That seems
let's
like
do
so
it.
Long. It seems like
let's
so long
do it
away.
and let's find a haunted house while we're up there.
Are there haunted houses in Broken Hill?
It's the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yep. Now this isn't a haunted road.
Okay.
But if you drive it, you'll go past the infamous crater where Wolf Creek was filmed, which I think is sick. That's my favorite horror movie. I love Wolf Creek so much.
Watched it once, never again.
Oh my God, I own all the DVDs. I own like books. I've seen the Stan series. I love that show. Love it. Love it.
Okay. So, and that crater, it looks like kind of an eerie place, doesn't it?
It's massive.
It's huge. It's like
like
ancient, like literally like a meteor crash there.
It is crazy big.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so I think that would imagine driving past that in like the evening and just seeing it kind of it'd be like being on the moon. Mm-hmm. I'd love to see that.
Odd.
I love red sand, so I'd love to go to Northern Territory.
Cool.
Okay, now this one's in Melbourne and I want to go.
Where?
It's called the Anti-Gravity Hill, Straws Lane, Woodend.
I've been there.
You've been to this hill?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I've actually been there several times.
You've been to this?
My cousin took me there when I was maybe 10 or 11. And she said, I got to show you this thing.
Get out. Are you kidding me?
And then 20 years later, I took my husband there and I was like, you got to see this thing.
So it worked for you?
Oh, it works.
Oh my
100%
God.
works.
What?
So what happens
Wait, no,
is,
this is my story, mate.
you tell the story. I'll corroborate after.
Okay. God damn, it's still in my stories. I didn't write this in my lunch break an hour ago for nothing, mate. Okay, so guys, for you that don't know about this, like I had never known, there's a random hill not far from Melbourne where if you stand at the base of the hill and, for example, tip water onto the road, it flows up the hill. If you place a ball on the road at the bottom of the hill, it'll roll up the hill. And if you put your car in neutral at the bottom, the car will roll up the hill. And there's like footage, some woman is in her car filming it. She's like, look, my stick's on neutral and I'm going up the hill. I don't even have my foot on the... And she's going up the hill.
Dude, I will take you there.
Tell me about it. Now you'll go. Tell me about it.
Yeah, okay, so I didn't do the water one or I didn't do the ball one, but if you put your car in neutral, it will go up the hill. And another thing that happens is when you run down the hill, it feels like you're running up the hill. And when you run up the hill, it feels like you're running down the hill.
I'm freaking out.
Go ahead.
Can we do this?
Yeah. I mean, it's Woodend. It's not that far. It's like, what, hour and a 20-minute drive?
I wonder, like, were there houses built on this hill?
No, it's in like a field. In fact, it's hard to miss actually because like, and when I took my husband there, I was like, hang on a minute. I got to find this right hill. Okay. It might be this one. Hang on a minute. It might
Lays on the floor and rolls up.
But then when we actually found it, there were other cars there.
Oh, so people were testing it.
Yeah. People go there. It's
this
a thing.
Is so fun.
But like, there's no sign. There's like a gum tree. Like honestly, there's
so
nothing.
no one's like put up any like.
No.
What?
It's out near Hanging Rock.
Get out. What?
Yeah, like you can sort of see Hanging Rock like.
It's that area?
Yeah.
And that's a creepy area.
It's a really creepy area.
I get goosebumps every time I go past Hanging Rock.
And also, going back to what we were saying before, steeped in Aboriginal culture and history.
Oh, this is scary.
Yeah.
What? I'm freaking out.
So I don't know what that hill's all about. I know there are other hills around the world
that do the same thing. What?
Yeah, there are. And maybe that'll be... I've got a book actually that details one of them. I'll detail it in a later
I'm freaking
episode.
out. This is nuts.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, I'm definitely going to... New Year's Eve, I'm meant to be at a show. You'll find me
in Woodend
rolling up a hill in the middle of nowhere near Hanging Rock. That's what I'm going... Sorry, Red Light Confidential.
Are you doing Red Light Confidential?
No, I'm not in it. I wish.
You're going to it?
I'm going to it.
I still don't know what I'm doing.
Come to Red Light. It's like it's a big...
I know. I just usually don't like to go to the city on New Year's.
No, me neither. I'm getting massive anxiety because I'm like, I should be in bed by 10 o'clock.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about dickheads.
We're speaking from the past, guys, so it's already happened. Let us know what we do.
Hope you had an awesome time.
Yeah. I hope it was great for us. Our next haunted road is Wakehurst Parkway, New South Wales.
Okay,
apparently this is like the most haunted road in Australia.
Okay.
Yep.
I just looked that up and it's north of Sydney.
Okay.
So
Sydneyans?
Next time you're in Sydney, hire a car.
Yeah.
Go up to Wakehurst.
Yep. Do it.
Okay, so what happened there?
Oh, did you say it was north of Sydney?
Yeah.
I've written it's west of Sydney. Let's just go with north because I'm having a slow day. In the town called Middle Creek Bridge. No, in a town called Wakehurst Parkway. Let me start again. Somewhere in Sydney, in the town of Wakehurst Parkway, there's a bridge called Middle Creek Bridge.
Okay.
On that bridge, people have said to have seen a girl in a white dress, of course.
Yeah.
She apparently will appear in the middle of the road when cars are driving they're currently on the bridge and she'll drive straight through, like they'll drive straight through the girl, which I think is in every horror movie with a car in it.
It's that old thing of you're driving,
the girl just appears
in the night,
and you
she
swerve.
just appears, and then they look around, no one's there.
Yeah, that's it. There's also a nun who will appear in the backseat of people's cars. And this happens a lot because it's like famous.
In the same town?
Just on the bridge. Yeah.
What?
Just this small bridge. You'll either, like, if you're lucky, you'll get a nun or a girl.
Holy cow.
I don't know. I'd prefer to hit the girl than have a nun in my backseat.
I think I would too.
Can you imagine? That's actually making, like, my armpits, like,
sweaty.
All squiggly. Thinking about a nun in my seat.
Yeah, like, it's kind of like one of those things you kind of dread looking in your rearview mirror and there's a freaking person in the seat and it's the middle of the night.
It's a religious person.
And a religious person.
It's a nun.
With dead eyes.
Yeah.
Does she say anything?
I don't think so. I think she literally is there for like a few seconds. She's probably just there for the distance of what the bridge is.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it only happens on the bridge.
Do they know the history of this?
No.
Do they have any theories?
I couldn't find anything.
Wow.
But two very stereotypical spooky things, like a girl in a white dress and a nun. Like,
yeah, it's a bit horror movie trope, isn't it?
It's very, yeah. But
wow.
It's everywhere.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Another
haunted road for our international listeners, which I know there are a few. Now, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. People pronounce it differently everywhere. The Belangelo or Belangelo? Belangelo State Forest in New South Wales, which is an obvious one. That's where Ivan Milat committed his serial killing.
A few things have happened out there.
Yeah. There was his nephew was a quote-unquote copycat killer, which not really, but he was inspired. And they think there's a heap of bodies out there. Well, there are bodies that have not been found. And
there was that one that we talked about in our Ice Cube episode couple of weeks ago, how they found some bodies out there. They thought it was a couple of Ivans, but they actually have a new suspect now.
That's it. And there's been heads that have been missing. Like some of the victims their heads have never been found.
Exactly.
So there are lots of body parts in that forest.
Yeah. Oh, it's
it's beautiful though.
Yeah.
It's absolutely stunning. But yeah.
Probably very haunted.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with it, look it up. The next one is the Bloody Mile. That's what the road's called, and it's in Shell Harbour, New South Wales.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Bloody Mile.
It's called the Bloody Mile. This one I think is the coolest. It's located between the Princes Highway and the South Coast Railway, and it's a road referred to as the Bloody Mile. On this one stretch of road, 13 murders have taken place, which leads to the constant sightings of moaning ghosts walking down the road.
It's only a 10-hour drive away.
Oh, let's do it. What are you doing tomorrow?
It's up near, it's towards Wollongong.
Yeah.
P.S. I'm working tomorrow.
Oh, same.
Wow.
Yeah. It's cool.
So it's like Belangelo State Forest, like murders just keep happening there. Is there a reason for that?
I don't know. Maybe it's cursed. I mean, 13 murders.
I mean, by 13 different people.
I think it was, I don't think it was a serial killer that just targeted or like a busload of people who died.
Okay.
Like it was like random throughout time.
And is it considered to be like cursed for that reason?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about hauntings?
Yeah, well, the ghosts of the victims are all along that road. Apparently
wow.
they hear ghosts moaning and they see ghosts walking down the road. Yeah.
I had no idea about that.
It's cool, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. Last one. The Lemon Tree Passage Road, New South Wales.
Okay.
This is located...
Another New South Wales one.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Located in Lemon Tree Passage, Port Stephens, north of Newcastle.
Oh, I've been to Port Stephens once.
Cute.
Sorry, what was it called?
Lemon Tree Passage, which I think is such a cute little name.
It's so nice.
It sounds beautiful.
It's like if you live in Lemon Tree Passage, you're
going to have a good life.
You've made it.
You're going to have a little cottage. There's going to be a little brewery there.
Okay, so it's a fair way from here, up past Newcastle, coastal town, surrounded by national parks and nature reserves.
So it's gorgeous.
Looks pretty beautiful.
Damn.
Yeah, wow. So what happened there?
So the actual Lemon Tree Passage Road is a road where apparently if you speed, you will bump into a ghost. So if you go over the limit, a ghost will appear.
So there's a ghost of a cop?
Probably. No. No, it's just, I don't know. If you're going fast on the road, a lot of people say that a ghost will just appear.
Wow.
And there's been heaps of accounts of super, super, super bright lights coming out of nowhere and like almost creating walls on the road and causing people to crash.
Whoa.
Yeah, like they'll make them drive off the road. It even inspired a horror movie in 2014 called Lemon Tree Passage.
Oh.
And it draws heaps of American tourists to that part of Newcastle, which I think is so random. I've never heard of it.
We're going to have to see if we can find that. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, Lemon Tree Passage.
I wonder, is it an Australian film or an American film?
Oh, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why all the Americans are coming over to Newcastle, but...
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
Lemon Tree
it must be
Passage
American because I've never heard it.
film.
And Australia horror movies are some of the best.
They can be. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Absolutely, they
some
can
of
be.
the best. The Babadook, The Loved Ones, Wolf Creek,
there was a good
Snowtown.
There was a good one that I watched.
So
it was like one of
good.
those found footage movies, and it was actually
Oh.
filmed at Monte Cristo. That was a good one too.
Girl, I was just researching that today.
Monte Cristo.
It gave me the absolute creeps looking at that
would
house.
love
It's
to go there.
Stunning. Incredibly stunning.
Well, there's a movie that was shot there that was like a found footage. I think it might be called Monte Cristo. I don't know.
Incredible. It's beautiful. Anyway, that's my story.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. And keep safe. I hope the 20s
Yeah,
are
the 20s.
marvellous.
Wow. Yeah, hope they're what is it? The swinging 20s? The twirling 20s? Roaring 20s.
All right, well that's about it from us. Oh, you wanna tell people about our thing?
We've got a new thing.
Okay, we after
I should
much
just yell it
deliberation-
over you.
Calm down. Calm your farm. We have a closing phrase.
Yeah.
And Esther can't wait to tell you what it is. So let's say our goodbyes and then you can say it. Okay, so I'm Gemma. This is Esther.
Goodbye.
Until next week, goodbye.
Be creepy, but don't be a creep. I cannot wait to see all your t-shirts and cover photos and tote bags with that slogan.
Yep, put it on a mug.
Get it tattooed.
Yep, do it.
Paint it on a wall. All right. Ciao, guys.
Bye.
Mwah.
It is 40 light years from Earth and emits a light glue blow. Blow?
A light glue blow? What does that mean?
There's our blue.
I don't want to know.
All right, I have to do that again. Stop laughing. Stop it. It can't be in the final cut.